Hey everybody, Brian McMahon here with Vitalix Fitness. Welcome to week 5 of Monday Motivation. Last week, we discussed resistance, which is one of my favorite topics. It is because it's such a tough area for almost everyone, and I think it has great importance in our series. So, how did last week go? Were you able to recognize the different areas of resistance? This week, we are going to talk about taking the steps needed to adapt to the resistance you're experiencing. When we recognize resistance in our lives, many times we feel as though it dictates our end result rather than the path to our end result. If we take a bird's eye view of the path we are on, you will notice there are also many other paths of least resistance. Resistance is not there to sabotage your path, but more so let you know you need to find an alternate route. It's actually your guide to your end goal rather than the determining factor of success. To illustrate this, think of your commute to work. Assuming you travel by car, we could agree that taking the highway has been proven to be the most efficient way to reach your destination. This route allows you to reach the highest top speeds as well as providing the shortest distance between you and your destination. Let's assume that this is the route you always take to work, until one morning there's an accident. You realize that you must either sit in traffic and be late for work or find an alternate route. The other routes are proven to be slower due to speed limits as well as less direct. But on this particular day, it is the fastest way to reach your destination. In this example, most of us would agree that the less direct route will be most efficient since the highway is at a standstill. There will be little objection as to why we would choose this alternative. When it comes to our lives, we often lack the ability to see the alternatives that allow us to reach our goal. Instead, we make excuses by saying things like, well, this is the way I've always done it, or you know how life gets in the way. This is nothing more than allowing your circumstances to dictate your desires. Instead of continuing in this line of reasoning, consider the control chart from last week. How many items did you put in the area of no control? If you have a lot of them, just pick one and create another control chart for the thing you feel as though you have no control over. What you will notice is the item you have no control over is actually made up of many different attributes that you may have full or some control over. The point here is to exercise your right of full or some control. When you bring back some form of control in your no control category, you will notice it will slowly shift to the some control category. When we're in the some control category, this means hope. Why waste our time on things we have no control over? So instead of hitting traffic and trying to ram your way through, let's break down the components of no control and see where we can exercise some form of control. We fail to realize that we have control over our opposition and circumstances that surround resistance. As you progress throughout your week, I want you to implement adaptation when you face resistance. This might require you to make some quick adjustments, but this is what successful adaptation looks like. Don't be afraid of making changes if those changes align with your end goal. That's part of the process. If you find that your situation doesn't seem to improve when you try to adapt, you will not want to miss next week. We will show you what to do when your adaptation attempts are not as successful as you anticipated. Well, that's it for this week, everyone. I hope you have a really great week, and don't forget to subscribe.